solve 5 over x plus 3 plus 3 over 2x minus 1 equals 2. So on the left hand side we have an algebraic fraction, or two algebraic fractions, and on the right hand side we just have a constant of 2. So before we can actually do any solving, we have to simplify the left hand side. Okay, so first thing we have to do is find a common denominator, and we're going to stick the x plus 3 and the 2x minus 1 together with brackets around them. Then we're going to say x plus 3 divides into x plus 3, so they cancel each other out, and we're left with 2x minus 1, and we multiply this by our numerator 5. So it becomes 5 multiplied by 2x minus 1. And then 2x minus 1 and 2x minus 1 cancel, and we're left with x plus 3, and it's going to be x plus 3 multiplied by our numerator. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by x plus 3. Once you have this step set up, the rest is fairly straightforward. So just to talk through this part again. We find our common denominator by sticking these two together with brackets around them. So our common denominator is x plus 3 multiplied by 2x minus 1. X plus 3 and x plus 3 cancel, leaving us with 2x minus 1, which we multiply by our numerator. So it's going to be 5 multiplied by 2x minus 1. Then 2x minus 1 and 2x minus 1 will cancel out, leaving us with x plus 3. So it's going to be x plus 3 multiplied by our numerator, which is 3. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by x plus 3. And this is equal to 2. Then we multiply out our brackets and our numerator. 5 multiplied by 2x gives us 10x. 5 multiplied by minus 1 gives us minus 5. 3 multiplied by x gives us 3x. 3 multiplied by 3 gives us plus 9. And again, this is equal to 2. I'm going to change the 2 to 2 over 1 because any whole number can be put over 1. Then I'm going to simplify the top of my fraction. It's going to be 10x plus 3x will give me 13x, and minus 5 plus 9 will give me 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply. So it's going to be my numerator on my left hand side multiplied by 1. So I'm just going to stick brackets around this and stick a 1 in front. And then it's going to be my denominator on the left multiplied by my numerator on the right. So that's going to be 2 multiplied by my denominator, my common denominator, which is x plus 3 times 2x minus 1. So it was everything on the top left fraction multiplied by the bottom right fraction. So my numerator on my left fraction multiplied by my denominator on my right fraction. And then everything on the bottom left fraction multiplied by everything on the top right fraction. So everything on my denominator on my left fraction multiplied by my numerator on my right fraction. So it's 1 multiplied by 13x plus 4 equals 2 multiplied by x plus 3 times 2x minus 1. Okay, so 1 times 13x is 13x, 1 times 4 is just 4. If I multiply out this, x by 2x is 2x squared. X by minus 1 is minus 1x. 3 by 2x is 6x. And 6x take away 1x is 5x. And 3 by minus 1 is minus 3. So I multiplied out these double brackets. I did binomial expansion to get this quadratic. 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. But I have to remember to still multiply that by 2. So I just bring down the 13x plus 4 down here. Nothing to do with that just yet. 2 by 2x squared is 4x squared. 2 by 5x is plus 10x. 2 by minus 3 is minus 6. Then I want to bring everything over to one side, making sure that the x squared, which in this case is 4x squared, stays positive. So I'm going to have the 4x squared just stays as it is. I'm going to keep the 10x there, and I'm going to minus 13x, so I'm going to bring this over here, so it's going to be 10x. Take away the 13x, leaves me with minus 3x. And then I'm going to keep the minus 6 where it is, bring over the plus 4 to become a minus 4, and minus 6 minus 4 is minus 10, and this is equal to 0. Now I have a quadratic, which I'm going to factorize and then solve, because remember I was asked to solve, not simplify. Okay, so I'm going to bring my quadratic up here. I noticed that my coefficient of x squared is greater than 1, so I'm going to do factorization by grouping. So what I do is I say 4 multiplied by minus 10 gives me minus 40, and I want to list out my factors of minus 40. I'm not going to list all of them out, but the factor pair that I'm going to use is going to be minus 8 and 5. This here is a minus, so I'm going to have different signs, and if I know they're different signs I don't really need to look here to decide on the signs. So I know that my factor pair is going to be different signs, and I know that they need to add or subtract together to give me minus 3x. So minus 8x plus 5x will give me minus 3x. It doesn't matter which order these are in, if the minus 8x comes first or the 5x comes first, because you still get the same answer either way. Okay, so I'm going to factorize my first two terms, and I'm going to have a look and see what will divide into 4x squared and also into minus 8x, and it's going to be 4x. 4x into 4x squared leaves me with x. 4x into minus 8x goes minus 2 times. I just check by multiplying out the brackets. 4x by x is 4x squared. 4x by minus 2 is minus 8x. Now I'm going to factorize my right two terms. I have a look and I see what will divide into 5x and also into minus 10, and my highest common factor is 5. 5 into 5x leaves me with x. 5 into minus 10 goes minus 2 times. I multiply out the brackets just to check. 5 by x is 5x. 5 by minus 2 is minus 10. X minus 2 and x minus 2 is common to both, so that's going to be one of my factors. And then I bring down the 4x and the plus 5, and that's my other factor. So 4x squared minus 3x minus 10 factorizes to x minus 2 multiplied by 4x plus 5. Now I have not solved yet. So what I need to do is split this into two parts. And I'm going to say x minus 2 equals 0. And then all I have to do is solve for x, so I'm going to bring the minus 2 over the other side, and I'm going to end up with x equals plus 2. So I found one of my x values. I then need to do the same with 4x plus 5. I need to let it equal to 0. And then I need to solve to get the x on its own. So I'm going to have 4x equals minus 5, because all I've done is brought the plus 5 over the other side, or else you could say I've minus 5 to both sides. So I've got 4x equals minus 5. And then I need to divide on both sides by 4. So x is going to equal minus 5 over 4. So I was asked to solve 5 over x plus 3 over 2x minus 1 equals 2. And I end up getting two x values. One is 2 and the other is minus 5 over 4.